Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Assassin's Creed 3. Since this is the finale, I did not feel like doing this live, so I felt like just basically summing up how the ending was, because it's basically just a bunch of cutscenes that I know everyone that is interested in the Desmond portion of the Assassin's Creed series has already seen all the cutscenes and whatnot and what's happened with Desmond by the end of Assassin's Creed 3, so I just felt like doing this video this way because I'm sure you have all already seen the ending and whatnot, so yep. But please be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy this format, because it's basically summarizing the ending. So, of course, we begin having to put all the power cells in, and we get a little cutscene of basically the gods having to do constant, like, explaining to themselves what happened before the first civilization fell, which they had to first go through so many different ways of trying to save the Earth, and most of their excuses were the fact that whatever they had planned for any option was that it took way too long for them to do it before the sun decided to destroy the Earth anyway. And then, of course, one of their options was to, as they say in the cutscene, make some sort of force field like they do in their combat, but they lacked the energy to be able to even try create something so big to protect a planet, like they say in the cutscene. And so they could hardly make even the size of a city possible in time anyway. But of course then they moved on, because by the time that with the time that they had remaining, they're like, oh yeah, can't do it. And then, of course, one of the options in their cutscenes is basically sending out some sort of signal that, to, like, just to outer space in general, that basically would try to have other planets that had people possibly try to help them, but they never got a response, so they send up about a dozen more, but still no response. So then they had to do another option. And of course, one of the options was to use some sort of time travel to see if their options would at all save them, which they of course didn't. And then Minerva basically did use the time traveling device to basically talk to Ezio and hide messages along his whole path, which of course you only see that in Assassin's Creed 2, so. And then, of course, one of the options was for them to try to take the mind out of bodies, because, of course, the body is so fragile. But the mind they could possibly transfer, and so one of the first civilization people decided, oh, I'm gonna try it with my husband. And so she ended up poisoning him and killing him just to test it out, which of course it didn't work. But that is basically how what's her face, pretty much in the modern times, that she found some way to basically keep her mind inside of the whole chambers of the first civilization cave place. She had her mind transferred into it, and then of course the ending, she gets released, all thanks to Desmond. And then they finally go into the whole place that has the whole answers somehow. And then Minerva and Juno just complain about the fact that Juno has a plan to take over which they still in the games have yet to have explained how she's going to end up doing that. But Minerva is like, oh yeah, you can totally survive, but you basically, your legacy will screw over everyone else. Which, like, I don't like the cutscene that they show of Desmond like screwing over the planet because of people not understanding what he meant to do. Like, you would think that he would have assembled some sort of actual group that would make sure that people didn't take advantage of his whole like meaning and everything, so that they're not trying to kill each other and call justice for him just because people are doing wrong things. It's like, makes no sense in my opinion, but it's how they wrote the story. So, but yeah, basically Desmond sacrifices himself just so that everyone survives, because for some reason the machine requires someone to sacrifice himself in order for a giant force field to basically stop the solar flare from destroying the planet, and thus Juno gets released, and that is Assassin's Creed 3, basically. That's why I said the ending is basically just a bunch of cutscenes explaining about the first civilization. And I hate that the modern games right now, the only game that is actually shown more about what's happening to modern day is basically Syndicate and Assassin's Creed 4, because Unity really was just cutscenes about, oh yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, blah blah blah. And even Syndicate, it's like they didn't want to show the last cutscene until you finish the game, because they're like, oh yeah, we just want to make sure that your whole journey was not a waste, so we wanted to make sure that it's still in that location. It's like, okay. But anyway, that is Assassin's Creed 3. I hope you all do enjoy this, especially of how I made the video. Please be sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Comment down below if you want me to be playing the DLC or just move on to the next game that's between 3 and 4. That's the chick. I forget the it's something HD. I'm trying to remember, but I can't think of it on the top of my head. I know it's on screen, but that game I'll be playing, which relatively it's not that long. It will take me some time. It won't take that long, basically, to finish. Probably, maybe 5 sessions, possibly 4 sessions. I don't know, but that'll definitely do it. I thank you all for watching. Follow me on Twitter at Deathstranger, as well as subscribe to the channel for more Assassin's Creed content and any other series you do enjoy. As always, I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye now.